Hello friends, welcome back to our today's class. Thank you for always choosing Online Maths Expo. If you're watching us from YouTube, it's at Online Maths Expo, and from Facebook is Online Maths Expo. This channel is created for students who are having phobia in mathematics, and we treat so many topics which are arithmetics, algebra, geometry, conic section, statistics, probability, pre-calculus, calculus, vectors, and many of them. Please, if what we do interests you, kindly share our videos to people and students who are in need of them. For today's class, we'll be looking at factorizing quadratic expressions or equation. And what do you mean by quadratic? Quadratic is any polynomial of degree 2. Degree 2 means this is a polynomial, and when the highest power is 2, it is said to be a quadratic. So for this is called a quadratic expression because there is no equality sign. And this is a quadratic equation. Okay, for this class, there are key signs we will use to treat this. And the key signs are the plus plus, minus minus, minus plus, and plus minus. When we talk about plus sign simply means what you have. Just for instance, when you see plus, it is what you have. Then when you talk about minus, minus is what you are owing. Okay, there are numbers we are going to use to test for these signs. When we talk about plus 2 and plus 2, it means you have plus 2 means you have 2. And you also have 3. So when you have 2 and 3, it is said to be what? Plus 5. So we are going to have 5 here. Whether I put plus or not, it is still the same as 5. Okay, that is gone. Then when we have minus 2 minus 3, remember we said minus is what you owe. So minus 2 means I am owing 2. I hope you are seeing it. Then minus 3 means I am owing 3 from our picture here. So when you owe 2 and owe 3, you are owing altogether minus 5. Then minus 2 plus 3 simply means, when we talk about minus 2 plus 3, it means I am owing 2. And when you owe 2 and have 3, what does it mean? It means if you are owing 2 and have 3, meaning that you are going to pay, and at the end of the day, you are going to have plus 1. Then for this, you have plus 2 minus 3 means you have 2 and you are owing 3. So when you have 2 and owe 3, at the end of the day, you are going to have minus 1. Let's look at the multiplication. Plus 2 times plus 3. Remember, in our signs, plus times plus will give us plus. Let me put it down here. Plus times plus is equal to plus. So plus times plus is plus, and 2 times 3 will give us 6. Then minus times minus is plus. Minus times minus is plus. So minus 2 times minus 3 will give us plus 6. Then minus times plus. Minus times plus is minus. So minus times plus is minus, and 2 times 3 will give us 6. Then plus times minus is minus, and plus 2 times minus 3 will give us minus 6. While you still do that, you kindly do this because we're going to use it in another phase of this topic. Okay, we are given x squared plus 5x plus 6 to factorize. Now, because it's x squared, we are going to have 2 brackets. So we are going to share one x to this and another x to this bracket. Now, how do we complete the remaining space? What we are going to do is we are going to look for 2 numbers that when we multiply them, it will give us plus 6. And when we add them, it will give us plus 5. Those 2 numbers are what we are going to put in the space. So let's check for 2 numbers that when we multiply, it gives us 6. 1 and 6 will give us 6 because 1 times 6 is 6. 2 and 3 will give us 6 because 2 times 3 is 6. But we are going to consider which of these can we add to give us 5. Okay, 1 plus 6 cannot give us 6. 1 plus 6 is equal to 7. But what we have is plus 5. So this is off. Let's check 2 and 3. 2 plus 3 will give us 5. So in that case, the 2 numbers that are going to fill in this space are 2 and 3. So in that case, we are going to have x plus 2 and x plus 3 as our answer. Okay, let's look at example 2. I hope example 1 was well understood. For example 2, this is x squared minus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. This is equation. So what do we do here? Remember the same thing we did in the first example. This is x raised to power 2. So we're going to have 2 brackets for this. Okay, you give this bracket x and give this x. The remaining thing in the brackets, you get them from, as usual, 2 numbers that when you multiply, it gives us plus 12. And when you add the 2 numbers, it will give you minus 7. So let's get all the numbers that when we multiply them, it gives us 12. We have 1 times 12, will give us 12. We also have 3 and 4, will give us 12. 2 and 6, will give us 12. 1 times 2, 12 is 12, but 1 plus 12 or 1 minus 12 cannot give us 7. So this is off. 3 times 4 will give us 12. Let's check. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. Then which one will give us minus 7? We have minus 3 and minus 4 will give us minus 7. And if you also multiply minus 3 and minus 4, it will still give us minus plus 12. Minus 3 times minus 4 will also give us plus 12. So you see that the ones that will complement this are minus 3 and minus 4. Because when you add minus 3 and minus 4, it gives us minus 7. Remember we said minus is what you owe. So if you owe 3 and owe another 4, it is minus 7. And remember that minus times minus will give us plus. So minus 3 times minus 4 will give us plus 12. So the only 2 factors that will be suitable to this space are minus 3 and minus 4. And remember that all these are equal to 0. So what it means here is x minus 3 is equal to 0. So that x is equal to 0. When this minus 3 crosses, it will turn to plus 3. So that x will give us 3. Or x minus 4 is equal to 0. So that x is equal to 0 plus 4. Because minus 4 will cross to give us plus 4. So that x is equal to 4. Therefore, x is equal to 3 or 4. Now, these 3 or 4 are also what we call the zeros. Because some questions may ask you to find the zeros of the equation. So when you're asked to find the zeros, it's the same thing as finding the values of that unknown. In this question, the unknown is x. It can also be said to be finding the values of x. Okay, this is where we stop it for today. Thank you for choosing and staying true. I hope you really understood what we did. And if you have any problem, any challenge, please don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Till we meet another time. Bye-bye.